Hello, greetings, my friend. This is Gilles. I wanted to come and wish you a wonderful day. For we are in essence really in the midst of an enormous change. It is very what we seek to do is to develop, to connect to our soul and spirit, the I am presence, and our soul. For our soul is God to us. It is the all-powerful God is our own soul. We'll come to realize that, and we seek to develop deeper inner connection, and closer connected to our heart. And that is the feeling state of life. It is a psychic connection. It is unfolding. The more we connect, the deeper the connection goes. It is as if, and I'm going to speak about reincarnation for those who might understand, believe that. For, let's say, if we had 100 lifetime where we were mates with one person, and then we come to meet this person in this lifetime, it's an easy example to understand, then even though we've never met, it's like this great deal of feeling and connection we would feel right away. There is the sense of familiarity, and this is what soul connections are about. So we develop this, we cultivate those soul connections, not just on a romantic level, but we have soul people that we are very familiar with, because we had many incarnations where we played together, and so and now we're continuing to develop connections on a greater level. For instance, I'm developing a great deal of strong connection with all kinds of people on the world stage that I've never met physically, but I feel the connection is getting stronger. And so I'm able to support them in their process, for their important actors of the ascension. I want to discuss the ascension, the incarnation process, because a lot of people are concerned. They say, well, if I don't complete my ascension, I'm going to be trapped into a 26,000-year-old cycle or a 700,000-year-old cycle, and I will have to suffer in duality. No, it is not the case. If you've chosen the ascension, it will happen. Even if you're interrupted by death, you will go into the mystery school of the fourth dimension to complete it, or your soul will choose a perfect incarnation. You will pick up exactly where you left it off to complete this ascension. For every time we choose an ascension, we do it in full consciousness with our soul family, and we have celestial beings that are here to inform us, assist us, to guide us in this perfect choice of incarnation. And no one is ever forced to incarnate, but we usually choose because we feel like, oh, we need to balance out this energy, or we need to experience that with those soul again, but we can also, once we're ready, we go through the paradise ascension path, and we return to source. But if there is more incarnation, there is no rush. For source is eternal, you are eternal, and life is eternal. So there is absolutely no rush. If you chose an ascension, you will fulfill that. If it's your destiny to fulfill it in this lifetime, you will. Otherwise, the next lifetime will be just even better, because everything is done perfectly in relationship to what our soul has planned. Well, I hope this will make sense to you. I wanted to discuss also the idea that it's important to do meditation, to free our mind, to clear up our mind, to focus on our breathing. But when we have experience in meditation, we do not want to hold on to the experience. We want to let it go, to move on to new experiences, for there is always new experiences. The only sure thing for experiences come when we have no longer expectation of something to happen, and the only thing we need to do is to intend to connect to source. And that's a creative meditation or a guided meditation that you follow, but otherwise you just connect to yourself, to your source. And things happen when there is a total letting go, no longer expecting anything. For you want to be spiritually centered and allow yourself to be guided by your intuition. But I'm going to pull a few cards. So it is all about invoking this powerful I am presence. To remind yourself you are. To say I am. When you say I am, you're reminding yourself your divinity. For the past is the teaching process. It's an initiation process. The present is liberation. And the future is protection. We have to protect the frequency. We are being protected, guarded in relationship to our destiny. What we're working on now is rest and relaxation. And the future will be communication. For there's going to be a great deal of revelation and disclosure. And we are also here to make those disclosures. As life discloses certain information to us, certain things are for us, but other things we need to communicate in the world. For now, we're mourning the death of our ego. It is like, what does that mean? It means all kinds of old earthly habits, all kinds of comfort zone, all kinds of old beliefs, all kinds of things needs to be let go. And so there is this mourning process, and just be, for remind yourself, you say, I am light, I am love. It is important to remind yourself you are connected to this I am, to communicate with your God self all the time. God is like your best friend, and you don't communicate with God the same way you communicate to someone else. You cannot pretend with God. He knows it all. He knows all about you. So, and do not be afraid of doing that. There is nothing you're going to be judged for. God will always understand you and bring you back, whatever, guide you. So there's really nothing to fear, but keep on talking even if you do not hear the answer. Keep on connecting to your Creator. There is no separation in truth, for you are one, but we have this illusion of separation. And so yes, it is... And your I am presence, your divine self, knows how to be you without your interference. And for it is your true self. What we really want is to allow this I am presence to be us without having to interfere with the process. It's like goat riding. It's like the goat will go wherever it will go. You trust it. But it's always about moving forward. And even with spiritual practices, something that might have worked a few years ago, you have to. It was good, or fancy rituals, or all those things. They might have been good at some point, but now we move forward. It's always about moving forward, to evolve ourselves, to allow ourselves to be initiated every day. And let your higher self lead the process. Accept the initiation that I offer each and every day. It is important also to clear all the vows that we might have made in past life incarnation. So it's like the vows of poverty, the vows of chastity, the vows of karmic relationship that we owe those people something, or something, or they owe us, or whatever. All the religious dogmas, all of this, just trust your heart and allow yourself to flow within that. For lack has no place in divinity. Lack is separation. It is a false teaching, a false understanding. Just repeat to yourself, I have no fear in relationship to receiving large amounts of money. I have no fear in spending large amounts of money. I have no fear in relationship to having large amounts of money. I have no love. Money loves me, and I love money. I do not work for money. Money works for me. So those kind of invocation have a tendency to liberate a lot of blockages. You can do the same thing with romantic love as you feel fit. For only nows matter. The past no longer matters. It is gone. It is a learning process we've been through. And for this I am presence wants to lead us to this point of unity. There's a deep inner knowing. It is beyond words. And it is happening now. All of it is happening now. So just enjoy the ride as much as possible. So the highest wisdom is regeneration for today. What we need to understand is deep knowledge. For all those, the deepest knowledge will come will be self-revealed from within ourselves. We can trust that. What we have to do is to continue to build solid foundation, to focus on love, to focus on inclusion, to focus on joy. And the outcome will be the destinies. We're moving towards our destiny. We are on the path to realizing our destiny. And there is no rush or stress or anything. There is no pressure in relationship to that. It is something natural. All shall rise up in the flame of eternal resurrection. It is the year of illumination that is before us. So life is happening now. We're flowing with that. And sacred knowledge is flowing through our heart. It's like as we open our heart, this sacred knowledge is flowing, and we're sharing that knowledge. We're moving towards self-mastery and magic. There is all kinds of things that we do not want to control the show. We just want to allow it to unfold for us from our heart, and to know that the mind is very useful. It has to grow and evolve, but it stands between matter and spirit. On Paradise, matter and spirit are one. Therefore, the mind is just very. There's no more need. There's no need for mind. For matter and spirit are one. But here in the universe, there is time, and so the mind. So sometimes spirit is not aligned with matter, and so there is this necessity of mind, and mind is growing with that. For in the world of men, it's all about external achievement, but in the world of spirit, it's all about internal achievement. External achievement are also important, but external achievement without internal achievement means very little at the end. So it's all about the facade and the appearance and the depths of what is going on. The more you realize that's really happening within, it's happening now, you can just breathe and let go of a lot of things and trust, and then your heart usually leads you, tells you what you need to do in order to bring things into balance. For there will be a lot of work that will be coming in the coming times, so important things, joyful things that will be going to be able to play and enjoy this new year after all this year of very stress and tension all over the world. So I'm going to sing this song. I wasn't sure what to. There was no song that came to my mind, but I thought this one was appropriate because there is this great battle that is going on in America for restoring, for moving from the corporate of the American corporation to the American Republic, to restore the Republic of America. It's called the Battle Anthem of the Republic. It goes like this. Mine eyes have seen the glory of the coming of the Lord. He is trampling out the vantage where the grapes of wrath are stored. He has lost the faithful lighting of his terrible sweet sword. His truth is marching on. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. His truth is marching on. In the beauty of the lilies, Christ was born across the sea, with a glory in his bosom that transfigures you and me. As he died to make man holy, let us live to make man free, as truth is marching on. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. His truth is marching on. Interesting, as the Christ died to make man holy, let us live to make him free. For man has always been holy, but he has forgotten that, and so we're here to remind them of his holiness, that he is God in form. So everything will fall into place, because from that we'll move into this love, joy, respect, balance, harmony. Everything will fall into place. The card of the day is the 5 of Raphael. It says, each thing has a reason to be for being. Allow the regrets, put the regrets on the side and focus on the chance to access the happiness that is before you. Looking for recomfort. So it's letting go of the disappointment of the past. It's about putting all those regrets in the past and moving in towards happiness, to know that that each things have been it's been a difficult year, but things will look better as we change our own perspective and move towards joy and optimism, and the past will unfold for us. This power of God will be more powerful than any of those external forces. For now, we still have to adapt to the powers that be, but they will no longer be as powerful as they used to be. Very soon everything is going to be change and shift, and so be ready for that change. If you want a private session, do not hesitate to send me an email. And I thank you for your kind donations if you want to support this channel, as well as for your likes, your comments, your subscriptions. I wish you a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you later. Namaste.